Hello, friends, and welcome to our next lecture on muscles and types of muscles. So, this part is included in our uh, second unit of this semester 5, which includes muscle physiology. Now, in this second unit, we are going to study types of muscles, including striated muscle, unstriated muscle, and cardiac muscles. Then, electron microscopic structure of muscles or striated muscles and chemical composition of striated muscle. Then, neuromuscular junction, mechanism of muscle contraction by sliding filament theory, then physical changes during muscle contraction and chemical changes during muscle contraction. Then muscle twitch, short notes on muscle twitch, tetanus, isometric and isotonic contraction, summation of stimuli, all or none law, fatigue and rigor mortis. So all these are the topics which we are going to discuss in our today's sorry, all these are the topics which we are going to discuss in this unit, but today we are going to study the types of muscles. So muscles, these are the specialized tissue in the animal which applies force to different parts of the body by its contraction. It is made up of thin and elongated cells called as muscle fibers. It controls the movement of an organism. Now, let us first discuss about the properties of muscular tissue. So, muscular tissue has four basic properties, out of which the first property is contractibility. So, muscle tissue, or you can say muscle fiber, is uh, having a property of contractibility. This contractibility is the ability of muscle cells to shorten forcefully. So, this is the ability of muscle cell to shorten forcefully. Second property, that is extensibility. A muscle has ability to stretch. It can stretch up to a particular limit. So this property is said to be extensibility. Then third property is elasticity. The muscles have ability to uh, recoil back to its original length after being stretched. So whenever, just like an elastic, when we stretch an elastic, this elastic come back, or this elastic come back to its original, you can say, form when it is released. So this muscle also have ability to recoil back to its original length after being stretched. Then fourth property is excitability. It can be excited. So muscle tissue can respond to a stimulus which may be coming from the motor neuron or which may be received by the hormones. So after hormone stimuli or by the stimulus from nervous system, this muscle can be excited and it can respond by contracting. So these are the basic properties of muscular tissue. Then types of muscular tissue. So basically there are three types of muscular tissue. One is skeletal muscle, may be called as a striated muscle. Second one, smooth muscle, may be called as non-striated muscle. And third one is cardiac muscle. So these are the three basic types of muscular tissue found in animal body. Now let us discuss one by one. Firstly, we will discuss about the brief description about the skeletal muscle tissue. So skeletal muscle tissue are attached to the skeleton and helps in its movement. So the name itself indicates these are the muscles which are attached to the skeleton or the bones, and they help in movement as shown in the diagram also. The upper diagram shows skeletal muscles which are attached to the bones. These muscles are also known as striated muscles because of presence of alternate dark and light bands. So in the second diagram here we can see there are alternate dark band, light band, dark band, light band. So these are the striations which are present on the muscle fiber. So hence these muscles are said to be the striated muscles because they have dark and light band pattern. on its surface. The light and dark bands are sarcomeres. These are the part of sarcomeres which are highly organized structures made up of muscle proteins, that means actin, myosin, and other muscle troponin and tropomyosin proteins. These proteins, they add to the contractibility and extensibility of the muscle cells. The skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles and composed of muscle fibers. That means these muscles, they can contract according to our will. That means these are under control of our willpower. So we can uh, voluntarily contract the muscles, and we can voluntarily extend the muscles. So these muscles, they respond to our stimuli. 40% of our body mass comprises skeletal muscles. So our body mass, whatever the mass of our body is, it's 40% is made up of skeletal muscles. Each skeletal tissue consists of myofibrils. The cells of these tissues are multinucleated. That means here we can also see there are more than one nuclei on one cell. So these cells are multinucleated, and these are provided with blood vessels and many elongated mitochondria and glycogen granules, which help in ATP generation during muscle contraction. They bring about the movement of organs of the body. So this is regarding skeletal muscle tissue. Then second one, smooth muscle tissue. So smooth muscle tissues are non-striated and they are involuntary muscles. They are not under control of our willpower. So they are involuntary muscles. They are controlled by autonomous nervous system. These muscles stimulates the contractibility of various, you can say, visceral organs, just like the digestive organs, then urinary organs, reproductive system organs, blood vessels, and also the air passages. The actin and myosin filaments of this type of muscles are very thin and they are arranged randomly. Hence, there is appearance of no striations on the surface of this muscle. Hence, these type of muscles are said to be non-striated muscles. The cells are spindle shape as shown in the diagram. The cells are spindle shape with a single nucleus. Then third type of muscle tissue, that is cardiac muscle tissue. Name itself indicate cardiac, that means regarding to heart. So these type of muscles are present in the wall of the heart. So these are found only in the heart, and these are involuntary muscles, and they heart pumps the blood through cardiac contraction. So we know that right from our birth up to our death, the heart ceaselessly, non-stop, continuously, it pumps the blood through various closed system of vessels. So this pumping of the heart is due to contraction and relaxation of cardiac muscles. So these are involuntary muscles, but these are striated muscles. The cells of cardiac muscle cells are known as cardiomyocytes, and they are striated. They are also single-celled and uninucleated. These cells of cardiac muscle are also single-celled and they are also uninucleated. The ends of the cells, end to end, when the cells, they join together to form a tissue or a fiber, the cells, end of the cells, they are joined at the junction called as intercalated discs. If suppose here is this is the first one, this is the second one. So if these two cells are joined together, they are joined by intercalated disc, and also these cells are attached laterally to each other by desmosomes, the lateral fusion of the cells, desmosomes. So this is a description regarding all the three types of muscles. So here is a short comparison between various types of muscle tissues, skeletal, cardiac, and smooth muscle tissues, depending upon certain points or certain parameters we have taken here to compare all the three types of muscle tissues. So regarding the location, the skeletal muscles are present attached to bones, the cardiac muscles are present in the heart, wall of the heart, and smooth muscles are present in the visceral organs. Then regarding innervation, so skeletal muscles, they are somatic and voluntarily. Then cardiac muscles, they are autonomic and involuntary, and smooth muscles are also autonomic and involuntary. Appearance of the muscle, then skeletal muscles appear striated, cardiac muscle also appear striated, and smooth muscle appear non-striated. The diameter of the, when we compare the diameter of the muscle fiber, then skeletal muscle fiber, its diameter is 80 to 100 nanometer, micrometer, and cardiac muscle 10 to 15 micrometer, and smooth muscle 2 to 5 micrometer. Fiber length in case of skeletal muscle is more than 340 millimeter, and cardiac muscle fiber length is approximately 200 micrometer, and in smooth muscle it is approximately 100 to 400 micrometer. Then fiber appear, how the fiber appears. In skeletal muscle, the fibers are large, they are solitary single, and they have bands. In cardiac muscle, the fibers are branched, and in case of smooth muscles, they are small and spindle shape. Then nucleus, comparing nucleus of these all three type of muscle fibers, nuclei in skeletal muscles are multinucleated, nuclei are peripheral, and they are relatively smaller in size. In case of cardiac muscle, the fibers muscle cells are single celled, having a single nucleus which is centrally located. It is large in size and oval in shape. In case of smooth muscle also, the nucleus is single, it is located centrally, and it is the largest nuclei. So this is the comparison between all three type of muscle, you can say tissues. So this is all regarding muscle, types of muscles.